If something does not challenge you sufficiently enough, it cannot change you. And that's because it does not hit home for you. But once it does, it explodes and it changes everything. Hello, hello. What's up? What's up? Let me welcome everybody from all corners of the world to Gary's World. Ladies and gentlemen, listen up. If you're new to this channel, please subscribe and like and leave a comment at the bottom. Today we're going to talk about something that everybody talks about all the time, but they don't understand. Ready for this? Yes, you are. We're going biblical. We're going to talk about the book of Hosea like you've never heard before. Now, the book of Hosea is a book of love. But there's an element of unreality about this book of love. Until it hits home, you will never get it. But once you get it, it changes everything. Some of you already may be asking themselves questions like, what's this got to do with me? Wait. Chill, bro. This has got everything to do with you. And all of us. Friends, the reason for this video is to tell you how I got it. How it hit me. How it finally landed for me and changed my perspective of things altogether. And I'm sharing this with you today in the hope that you'll be sufficiently challenged enough to change. I hope it hits you and you get it and it blows your mind. It blows those scales off your eyes and you begin to see the woods for the trees. Now, there's a book called Redeeming Love. This book is based on the book of Hosea, the biblical book of Hosea, and is written by a lady called Francine. It is set in the 1850s in California. It's during a gold rush. Everyone from everywhere in America and beyond is rushing to California because gold has been discovered there. She introduces us to a character called Michael. Michael lives on a farm. He's the only surviving member of his family. He lives on a farm and he makes his living from working the farm. So now and again he takes his produce to town for sale in the markets. So every time he's up and down to and fro his farm to the town. On one of these times, one of these occasions, he's in town, sitting in town, and he sees this woman. This woman is approaching him. She's going to go past him, and for one, she's got bodyguards. Two, she's very, very beautiful. I've never seen a woman like that before. Now, as she passes him, their eyes meet. They have that moment, and something happens to him that will change him forever. The woman continues on her way, but he remains. He's never the same again. He tries to dismiss it, he tries to shake off this feeling, but no, it won't go away. He's in love. He knows it. So he goes back home. He tosses and turns day in, day out, thinking about this woman all the time. Nothing occupies his mind except this woman. He knows he's got to see her again. Not just see her, marry her. This is his wife. So Michael goes back to town. This time not to sell any produce, but to look for this woman. Cut a long story short, he looks for her long up and down, and you won't believe where she is. She's in the brothel. Yes, she's in the brothel. And it doesn't take rocket science to figure out what happens in the brothel. So he goes into the brothel and asks to see her. They told her there's a long queue for her because everybody wants her. She's a special. She's special. She's that special. Everybody wants her. There's many other women. They tell him, you can choose this one or that one. But no, he won't have any other woman. He wants this woman. And she comes at a price. A higher price than everybody else. So he sits in the queue. Finally, he gets his chance. He walks in and he meets her. And her name is Angel. For some reason, she also remembers him. Now, this is a different client altogether. Angel has never met a man like him, in that he is not there for what all these men come here for. He wants to talk. She wants him to hurry up and do his thing and move on because there's a queue outside. Doesn't he know that? And he says, no, I'm not here for that. She's surprised. I'm not here for that. I'm here to talk to you. He gets to the point, I want you to be my wife. And she loves. She's never thought of herself in that way, of being a wife. She's never thought of herself of being loved, not in that way. Because she's never been loved. All her life she's never been loved. She's been used by men all her life. All she knows is what men want, one thing and one thing only. And this is what this guy is here for. But no, he says, no, I'm not here for that. I'm here to marry you. So he says, this is the deal. I'm going to get you out of here. Doesn't matter at what cost. I'm going to get you out of here. I'm going to get you to come and live with me and be my wife. Deal. She laughs. She doesn't believe it. Walks away and he talks to the bosses and they laugh at him. No? Who wouldn't? Who wouldn't? They laugh at him. No, who wants a prostitute? When they see that he is serious, they see an opportunity to make money, good money. So they look at each other and they say to him, okay, yes, I'll sell it to you. So they come up with this ridiculous price. And Michael says, okay, I'll be back. He goes away, he finds money, he comes back, he pays them. But before he leaves that place, he calls for a minister to come and marry them. Because he can't leave this place and go away with this woman unmarried. So a minister is called in and they are married there and then. It all seems very funny to those that know her and they know what she do, her business. And can you imagine? She's not used to this kind of life. Just being a housewife and you know, having a husband. She thinks this guy has bought her for his own pleasure sexually. He will not touch her. He wants her to love him as much as he loves her before they can even think of engaging in a sexual activity. But she is not that kind of that. She doesn't know how to love. And she doesn't know how to be loved. He is patient enough to teach her. He teaches her how to cook. He teaches her how to be a seamstress. He teaches her how to clean the house. He teaches her all sorts of things. How to make a dress, how to make this, and starts teaching her. But after some time, she's had enough. She runs away. When Michael comes back from work, she's not there. She's packed and left. Of course, Michael being Michael, he goes after her, looking for her. And he goes to this one place where he found her last time. And guess what? He finds her back there. After a big fight with the owners of the place, he manages to take her away. He takes her back home. After a little while, she runs away again. And he goes back looking for her and he brings her back. And every time he goes to get her, to find her and bring her back, it costs him a lot of money. Not only traveling money, but no, he has to buy her off her captors, her new bosses. And then one day, she left and she left for good. Michael went looking in town after looking and never found her. Many years later, Michael is at work in his farm and he raises up his eyes and he sees a person approach. Maybe his eyes are deceiving him. It can't be. Could it be? No. Is the bird? Is the plane? No, it's her. It's his angel. She's come back. He can't believe his eyes. And it is her. Her body language as she approaches him. This is a different woman. He drops whatever he was doing and he runs to her. She runs to him. And they embrace them together. And they have children. They're happy forever after. But now, as I was telling this story, I'm sure that your heart was bleeding for this guy. My heart bled as I read this story for this guy. You know what, guys? You know who is Angel? You know who is this woman who is doing this to this Michael guy? Are you ready for this? This angel woman is you and I. This is what the book of Hosea is about. The nation of Israel playing the prostitute. God loves Israel so much, but he didn't care about his love. God lavished his love upon his people, but he didn't care. He said they took what he gave them and lavished on their idols. Hosea was asked by God to marry a prostitute, and this prostitute did not care about him. Hosea loved her and lavished her with all kinds, with gold and silver and everything else, but she didn't love him back. In fact, she took his money and went on spending it on other guys. This is you and I. We bleed God heart every day. I hope it hit you. Leave a comment below. Till we meet next time, may Lord be with you. May Lord protect you. May His face shine upon you. Adios.